So, I want to share my testimony on how God healed me from a brain disease. I suffered with this brain disease for years. Because of it, I suffered with short-term memory loss. I couldn't really live my life there the way I wanted to. I couldn't really work a real job because of the pain that I experienced on a day-to-day basis, and to the point I became homeless. And not only did I become homeless, but I was constantly back and forth to the emergency room to get fluid drained from off of my brain. I'm talking about, this is how I know God was with me, because each time I went to the emergency room, the doctor would be like, how can you still see? How do you still have your vision? Also, during this same time, I was a pre-med student. How ironic, right? So I was so worried that I wouldn't be able to finish my degree. There were many nights I literally had to get in the dark and make sure that all of my textbooks were audio. And I had to study like that for about a year. Like I just had to do it because I was just so determined to finish my studies. But that's not the part where it gets hard. I got to the point where, because of the short-term memory loss, I couldn't retain any information, but somehow God made it to where I passed my classes. I still don't know how I did it. It was all by the grace of God. But here's the thing. This is where the part I really want y'all to understand. I got to the point, there was one day I cried out to God so much, and God heard my cry. It reminds me of Psalm 34. I'm going to read it to y'all. Verse 17 through 22. When the righteous cry for help, the Lord hears and delivers them out of their troubles. The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and save the crushed in spirit. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivers him out of them all. He keeps all his bones. Not one of them is broken. Affliction will slay the wicked, and those who hate the righteous will be condemned. The Lord redeems the life of his servants. None of those who take refuge in him will be condemned. Y'all. So that night I cried out to God, and God, I know God was listening, because as I began to fall into this deep sleep, right? And I know it wasn't a dream. It had to be a vision, or it just had to be going on for real. That's all I can say, because as I begin to close my eyes, I'm laying in the bed, and this angelic being, y'all, I cannot make this up. This angelic being came and sat on the bed and began to stroke my head. And as the angelic being, the angel, is stroking my head, the way she was singing to God, oh my God. As she's stroking, she's singing. And as I begin to wake up, like, there's tears just coming from my eyes. There's tears just falling from my eyes. And from that day forward, I remember my body began to crave certain herbs, right? I'm talking about, I would go to the store and find myself drawn to certain, vegetables and herbal teas. And one tea that I found myself buying all the time was lavender, like pure lavender flowers. I would brew the lavender and I just would drink it straight, like no honey, no sugar, straight lavender flowers. In addition to pure lavender flowers, I found myself drawn to lion's mane. I'm talking about lion's mane coffee, lion's mane elixirs, you name it, supplements. And I found myself retaining information again. I found myself focused like never before. And the reason saying this is because, of course, that's what the supplement does. But I had never taken these supplements before. But this is just me trying to get y'all to understand how we have to listen to our body, listen to those sudden unctions from the Holy Spirit saying, hey, I know you're used to buying this, but buy that. And even then, like, God began to provide the money for me to get these things. And even going from drinking normal water to drinking high quality water, I was drinking nothing but mountain water. I didn't drink water from regular plastic bottles. I drank bottled water from the either cartons or glass. As time progressed, I found myself slowly, gradually backing away from the medication that I was put on, that I was told that I would have to take for the rest of my life. I haven't taken that medicine in over a year. And I am as healthy. I am as happy. I haven't had a migraine. I haven't had any type of blurry vision. I haven't been to the emergency room. Listen, y'all, I'm a brand new person. Y'all, God is so good. And also too, I want to put an emphasis on that no matter how many doctors you visit, no matter how many specialists you go to, the smartest doctor in the room will be your very own body. So start listening to your body no matter what. No matter what, because this is a reminder to many people that God created us in his likeness and in his image, right? And because of that, we are like God. God is the God of all knowing, right? And again, because we're like him, we have this infinite intelligence that he created us with. So when we are still enough to actually listen to those sudden unctions from the Holy Spirit telling us, hey, don't go this way, don't go that way, don't do this, do that, don't buy this, buy that, especially when it comes to our health, we are able to understand how much authority we have over our lives, over our health. And also to another thing, there's many things I did in the process that contributed to my healing. I had to change my environment, change what I allowed into my spirit, what I listen to, what I watch, who I talk to, the places that I go, right? So I really hope this video help someone, no matter what you're dealing with. It's not the end, and you can heal from it. There's nothing that God can't do.